too, so you
I'm trying to sing it out.
So we gonna you can sing.
No.
Can you sing?
Me?
Yeah. You
Nah.
sing?
With the singer
Nobody
over
was in the
there.
choir when they was a kid.
He can.
You can sing?
Really good. He has songs on streaming. I'll plug it.
Sing some.
Go ahead,
Oh,
plug
give
it.
us one of your originals.
Plug
He
it.
can sing for real.
Original.
Y'all need to
Shoots.
stream Jeremy, GEREM, the number 3.
Jeremy
Apocalypse. That's the newest single.
Okay.
It's out now on all platforms.
Okay,
Give us
Boom.
something, Jeremy.
Stream that.
Give us something.
Yeah,
Right now.
go off.
You gonna turn the whole thing up.
Sing it.
Okay. On the spot.
Yeah,
In
this
my
is a real
mind.
singer.
Jeremy 3 Apocalypse on all platforms. I bet. I'm gonna plug you in there.
See?
Because we doing social media.
Angels calling, somewhere around, sky is falling, because you let me down, and it's all over. Everybody hit the deck, it's all over. Everybody hit the deck, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're loving me in season, your kisses reminding me of
Apocalypse.
All streaming platforms.
On all streaming platforms.
Right now.
So if you
I know
got
that's right.
Spotify,
Fire.
go to Spotify.
The video's coming next week.
Yes.
Boom.
And we in
Sorry, I
there.
just had to.
We only had to do that because can't nobody else singing this motherfucker except
I know. We can look and we can clap.
Best believe if I could sing, I'm singing everything. I'm
Yeah.
singing my
Hey, I
whole
ain't
life.
lying though. I be trying though.
Me too.
Oh, me too.
Me too. You can't
Me
tell
too.
me nothing.
Like, don't we all?
The words
Yeah.
be wrong.
Yeah.
Notes be
Listen.
off. Like, you can't tell me nothing.
Absolutely.
See, the words don't be wrong, but my notes be off. I be like, shit, damn, I wish I could sing. But hey, let's get into this motherfucker, man.
You're listening to No Table Manners Podcast. Conversations for open-minded grown folks. We hope you enjoy.
We are back with episode 3 of the No Table Manners Podcast. It's your boy, Quell, Q, Mark Quell, whatever you want to call me. My dog, Jalen.
Jalen, his voice is gone.
Yeah, his voice is gone, so he out of commission right now. He
He the overseer.
Yeah, so he a producer today, executive producer. We got ShayLuv back in the building.
Hey, y'all, I missed y'all. How y'all doing?
You wasn't gone too long.
I still missed everybody. I missed all of y'all.
We miss you too.
Aw.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
And then we have our special guest up in this goddamn building. Somebody I go way, way back again, like 4 flats on the Cadillac. We don't know where that come from, but shit, I just learned it as a kid, so I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
We go way back. My dog Millie, ever since I came to Charlotte, Millie has always been someone that has been a supportive friend, a really good friend. We ain't never been in no negative vibes from Millie, but it's my dog Millie.
What's up, y'all?
She
Okay, Millie.
it's live. It's hot. And then we have, I'm gonna also let him introduce himself because I don't know how he would like to be introduced.
Okay.
We got Stefan,
Yeah.
aka Steph,
Yeah.
and talk your shit.
AKA Onyx.
Uh-huh.
I'm in a dance group here in Charlotte.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called Basic Instinct. And yeah, Stefan or Steph.
They
The
did
dancer.
shit too.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said they did shit too.
They the shit. What
Oh,
type of
yeah.
dance?
Whatever you want.
Anything, yeah. What you see on award shows, music videos.
Okay.
We can do that.
Have you danced for anybody like big? Like
We opened for Cash Doll in
Okay.
Raleigh
that's
Okay.
a couple years ago.
I love me
Cash
some
Doll.
cash.
Mhm.
Ice me out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't know that song.
Yo, that's my
Oh,
song,
wow.
Uh,
Wow.
I don't know any
Me
of her
out.
music.
Yeah.
Ice
A
Me
little
Out.
crazy tale.
I heard that saying before
Yeah.
though. I just
Yeah.
don't know any of her music though.
Okay.
So today's topic is we talking about how would you guys like to address it? Is it LGBTQ or is it gay community? How we addressing it?
You can call it LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's the whole community.
So that's the whole community, right? So my thing is for the people on the outside looking in. I identify as a straight male, have always been my entire life, but coming from where I'm coming from, I don't know if I know where you come from. I don't know what type of background you come from, but it's always been something that's been talked down upon, shunned. And, we just coming from, we never wanted to be in that light, right? As I've gotten older and I'm an adult now, of course, I'm more comfortable with myself. I can talk on whatever, and I'm cool with who I am. I can accept people for who they are,
Right.
because I always want people to accept me for who I am. So why not just do the same for others? Like, I don't really give a damn. We here, we humans. I love you for who you are, right? How was the transitioning or the coming out for, either one of you guys? I don't know who wants to speak on it first.
I mean, for me, growing up, I got 3 brothers.
Yeah.
Hardly ever been around like girls. I always been around boys. So I was like a little tomboy. But with me, it was kind of hard, especially with my mom, because like my mom is like Christian type. So
Yeah.
with her, it's like, nah, don't be dressed like no boy. Don't be doing all this gay shit and da this and that. But to me, it was hard because honestly, growing up, I was like into men at first. I was one wearing nails, like dressing real girly and shit. Like, but then it was like, when we was in middle school, I had someone that was supposed to be like a mentor to me. But then it ended up turning out to be like we was messing with each other.
Yeah.
So that kind of made it to where I couldn't really like decide myself what I wanted to be. But as I did it, I was like, well, damn, I like this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've never turned back. Like, I had interactions with a man, like I said before, but it was just like a dude giving me like head and shit. But other than that, like, I think men look good and shit, but I'm not into them. Like,
I got you.
Appreciate
I got
it.
you. So that's pretty much just like you were groomed to be that way, in middle school. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, just having our brothers, I already know, I know your family. It was, rough housing, a lot of rough housing.
Yeah.
I got a little sister myself, so I know it's a lot of rough housing. They ever pick on you when you wanted to do your nails and stuff?
no,
Nah,
not
they let
really.
you do
Like,
you.
they picked on me when I put their boxers on and shit.
Oh my God.
So you kind of realized that in middle school, you was like, okay, yeah, I like this. So
Not really middle school. Like, I'll say, like, I was into it, like, because that's when it happened. But I did try to talk back, like, to somebody in high school to see, like, damn, do I really like girls or is this just, like, a phase for me?
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, like, I don't know, like, I love women. Like,
yeah,
it's
Me
not,
too.
I really can't tell you
Yeah,
anything.
me too. You ain't got to tell me.
But I'm saying, like, I can't even say,
Nah, I
like,
get
because
what you're
people
saying.
ask me all the time, like, damn, bro, you ain't never had no dick, so how you know you like men?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't like men. I'm like, I can't really say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, your dick is trash, but,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You
in
know
my
what you
mind, I'm
know.
like, I love women. Like,
Yeah,
that's
for
what I'm
sure.
used to.
Okay. What about you? How was your, when did you realize it, or how was your story in your transitioning? How was that?
Mine was interesting because I came out later in life. So I came out when I was 19 in college. But growing up, I'm Jamaican, and being gay is like worse than killing somebody.
Yeah.
So I grew up thinking I was going to marry a girl. People will not believe this. I've had sex with girls, multiple girls. And even after I came out, I fell in love with a girl. Like, I was messing with guys, and then I met a girl, fell in love with her my senior year of college. But then it's kind of like what you said. Once I went down that line, I realized I really like men. Like, women are great. I do think women are beautiful, but it's something for me about gay men. Let me say that. Gay males. But
Yeah.
I like men.
Right.
So,
Nothing wrong
So
with it.
yeah.
was it really like a so all throughout like your childhood and high school, was it straight the whole time, or was there any curiosity? Like, how did that come about?
When I look back now, I feel like I should have realized that I was gay. So, for instance, video games, I always played the girl character. I always gravitated to, even an action movie, I like Tomb Raider over Mission Impossible.
Got you.
There was always like a lean for me, feminine wise, and I think part of it, I'm an only child. Me and my mom left my dad when I was 10, and all I saw or who I had to look up to were strong women.
Right.
My aunts, my cousins, my mom is like my biggest inspiration, but like I feel like they shaped a lot of who I am. So
Gotcha.
I'm more in tune with my emotions, and I've always just naturally been feminine, like in some sort of way. I'm still a boy, but I have feminine tendencies.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. And when you came out, who was the first person you guys told? And how did it feel? What was the conversation like?
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You can go first.
I was outed.
Okay.
So when I was in college, a close friend of mine outed me to the school.
Oh, wow.
Before I could. So I had really good friends of mine upset at me because they wanted to hear it from me.
Right.
So I had to do that. Then I came home on a break and I was talking to my mother about a gay friend that I had. And my mom basically said, and you're not. Like as a question. And then I just said, I think I am. And then and it was fine. She
was cool.
accepted me. She started crying and she just said she felt like she had to love me and protect me more. And then from there, it was a growing process for her because she wasn't just like, yeah, you're gay. Like she didn't agree or understand, but over time, she's gotten more and more comfortable. She is so supportive. She's come to the gay club where I perform at and like watched our show. She's come downtown to Pride. So
That's good.
I've had it pretty good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What about
Very
you?
nice.
With me, when I was in high school, that's when like everybody knew, like you guys knew, like that I was gay or whatever. But I honestly didn't come out to my mom until I was with my ex-wife, because she kind of like said like you need to tell your mom because like you know when you older you want to meet like the parent and stuff like that. So it was like that situation. But coming out to my mom was pretty hard because she was like so judgmental like towards like me like dressing like a boy and like wanting to be gay. She was like, that's not right. You're going to go to hell. But as like, at that time, I really cared. But like, it's like now still to this day, like my mom is supportive, but like you could tell like it still bothers her a little bit. But like she knows I'm going to do what I want regardless. And I really don't care what people think. So it's like now it's like sort of easy because I got that attitude. But it's like still to this day, my mom want me to be with a man, but like it's not happening.
No.
It's not happening.
Shit, one thing that really bothered me and what made me realize like, yo, y'all just like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What really bothered me was something that you just said about, she was like, oh, you going to hell. It's like, just because somebody may sin differently than you,
Yeah.
like we all living in the same boat.
Totally agree with that.
Like, if you lying, you sinning. Does that mean-
Cheaters
Like
sin, having kids before marriage
Yeah.
is a sin,
Yeah.
So
having
it's like-
sex
That's
before
how
you're
I had to look at
married.
it.
Yeah, so it's like, why are you shunning for somebody for living the life that they want to live when you're living the life you want to live? Right? Just because what they're doing is not right in your eyes, the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
So that's when I learned that, I was probably about 18, 19, when it was like, yo, you know what? Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I just want to love everybody for who they are. I want everybody to be themselves because all of my friend circle is different, right? So I have guys that like to hoop. I have guys that like to play video games. Guy friends that, shit, I don't know. Everybody, guy friends from the streets. Like everybody's fucking different. And for me, in order to be in my friends group, it's like, first of all, are you your true, authentic self?
Yeah.
Because I don't need nobody that's fake like around me. It's like if you trying to portray something you're not, I'm not your friend just because you're a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a street nigga, you don't gotta act like no street nigga. Like I'm saying, if you just a hooper, then just be a hooper, and I'm gonna love you for that. But so for you guys to live for yourself, and I understand it may be harder for anybody that's straight, but you know that's a big my hats off to you guys. You know that's a big commendable fact because you live for yourself, right? Regardless of how hard it is. So I know you said that you had friends that were upset with you. Now, were they straight males or were they girls or?
It was girls.
Okay.
Girls, a lot of them said because they felt they knew before I knew. So they were like, and a lot of them felt like the girl who outed me, we weren't as significant of friends. So they're like, the fact that she knew and could tell everybody your business, but we're supposed to be like this. And I knew, but you know what I mean? But I had friends who then said, I'm happy now. And it made us closer because they felt like, now I can really fuck with you because you're being your true self. Like,
Gotcha.
They felt like there was always something where I wasn't tapping into, but it was because I was not being my authentic self.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
When did I know you said pretty much you was always choosing the woman's side. And you had, you know, strong women in your life. So when was it like, okay, this is the first the first man that was like, okay, let me try this?
It was in college.
So was it you pursued him, or was it?
No, I was at a party. Something happened, and from that day, so the next day I woke up kind of traumatized.
Yeah.
Because remember, I'm Jamaican. All my life, I thought you're gonna get married and have kids.
Mm-hmm.
The encounter happened with him, and I literally spiraled. I woke up in my dorm like, what the fuck did I do last night? Like, oh my God, I could never tell anybody.
Yeah.
And then I had to unpack the feelings of like, I think you liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
stop shying away from what and then I just explored it.
Yeah.
And I had friends who taught me the world because I didn't know. When I tell you I didn't know the lingo, I was in college, they were saying shade, and I was like, what is shade? Like,
Tea.
I didn't know none of that. Like, and they taught me, and then over time, once I became more comfortable with myself, it was like, but it was late in life for me.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's different? Like, and if so, how different do you think it is from being a straight person versus a gay person? Like, the type of stuff y'all got to deal with versus what you got to deal with.
Like with me, like being a girl,
Yeah.
like I accept the fact that I'm a woman. Like I don't want to be like nothing any different. So it's just like kind of hard when like it's like some men still can't tell that like that I like women. So they always try to holler at me and stuff. And like it's cool as long as you don't take it too far. But like when you start taking it too far, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So like that's just like what's kind of tough from like with me.
Okay.
Because it's like different for me. Like for a dude to try to holler at me.
So with men will try to still holler at you. Do women still try to approach you, or that never happens? So that's one difference.
No.
That's one difference
Yes.
in the gay community. With men still approaching you, and you said it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, like if they take it too far. Like if
Yeah.
it's just like a dude trying to holler at me, he like, yo, what's up with you, da da da. And then I'm just like, oh no, I like girls. Like,
Okay.
and they stop, that's cool. But like when you start going too far, it just feel weird.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel you.
Like my brother and them always be like to me, I know I look like still like I'm masculine and feminine at the same time. But like my brother and them like, bro, you like a dude. Why they trying to talk to me? But like,
Yeah, I got you. What about you? Like, what's the difference between a straight person and a gay person in your world?
So I feel like I have it really hard. I've always had it really hard since I was growing up because I'm a black gay male. So to me, that's like 3 strikes.
Yeah.
And on all fronts, like I work in corporate America, that's something I deal with. The heterosexual, and I'm even going to categorize it even more, the black heterosexual side, horrible towards me.
Yeah.
And then I get something else from the gay world, and then especially the black gays. The way I speak has always been a thing. People always tease me about it. My mom was like, you're going to speak proper English. I don't care what anybody says, but I go through a lot of different like subsectors of different things where it's very hard for me.
Right. It's definitely layered upon you.
Yes.
I understand that because, for one, being a black man, period.
Yes.
Like being a black man, period,
Yes.
it's just like you already got the tough end of the stick. Being gay, and just what I said, coming from where I'm coming from, if you a gay where I'm coming from, you getting the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, you getting the worst of it. So and growing up, I was one of those kids who was just like, nah, he gay. I was never fucking with it, right?
Yeah.
But I did never like that you got picked on just because you were gay. Like I'm talking about, I done seen some terrible
But
shit.
think about this. I was getting picked and called names of something that I didn't even know what it meant.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
right.
People were calling me faggot at 5
Oh,
and 6 and walking down the hall and they're like, you bitch, like da-da-da-da-da. Or
Yeah.
why do you... I used to dread the first day of school when they make you each class. You got to get up and say your name.
Introduce yourself.
I used to try to say that so fast because I was anticipating
Yeah.
them faggot, da-da-da, da-da-da,
Yeah.
like
You already- you
every
see it
day.
coming.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing I hate though.
Horrible.
Like, I think it's harder for like men in the gay community.
It's
than
very
women.
hard.
Like
Very
yeah,
hard.
I
I
hate
can see
that
that.
though.
I
They
can
definitely
see
do.
that.
I deal with a
pass.
lot. I mean, and here's the thing too. You said something earlier, and I feel like it's true. I have straight male friends, but it's because they're secure within themselves.
Right.
And honestly, me as a gay man, I am never the ones who be like, oh, he's weird and like don't look at. I'm not worried about you.
Yeah.
I don't want a straight man. I want someone that I can
You're
live
secure,
my
yeah.
authentic self with outside in the world. I don't want to be a
Right.
secret or hidden or
Exactly.
so I'm not checking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they think like
Then you checking for them.
I'm not
yeah.
worried about you.
Yeah.
Your hygiene it probably ain't there for me. Like no shade.
Yeah.
Like no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Facts.
That's the only thing I hate. Like a lot of people question me about dating bisexual women. But like it's not like it happens on purpose. Like I'm just picking for like a bisexual
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like every woman I get with is bisexual. Most women I've been with never been with a woman before. It's like I'm their first woman. So it's
Oh,
just
you got that sauce. You got that mojo, baby.
no, but it's just like people like, man, that's why, you know, like something always happening because you always dating a bisexual girl. Like, but with me, it's like I kind of feel like good within me. Like a lot of times, like when stuff happens, it's not because they want to go get some dick.
Right.
Like, it's
Yeah.
because like we just fell out
Right.
or like something faded.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Somebody's always going to use that as a scapegoat. Oh, this happened because da 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 da.
Yeah, she
And it's like, first of all, are you in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with your relationship? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Are you single? Oh, why are you single? Are you
Yeah.
single because of you? Or are you single because of other people? Like, so everybody's always going to point the fingers. And if you're not living the way they think you should live or your relationship ain't the way they think it should go, they're going to throw a scapegoat on there because they may not be comfortable with themselves, just like he was saying. It's like, bro,
Right.
be secure enough with yourself. At least be aware of your situation, who you are. Because if you're not even aware of who you are and what you got going on, it's like, bro, it's kind of hard for you to speak on
Right.
shit
Yeah.
outside of your life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do have a follow-up question for both of you guys because you did touch on something that I did want to get on the topic of. My close friends know I've had experiences with females and with males. So it's, but I don't like to put the label on it. I
Yeah.
don't like to put, if I like you, am I interested in you? We make and see what's going on with that, right? But how do you guys feel about the whole bisexual man, bisexual woman? And because I have what they call dip my foot in the lady pond, and I've been around LGBTQ friends, and the ones that are, fully lesbian, they talk kind of slander on the bisexual or the ones that's like kind of open with a male and a female. So I hear, oh, well, you don't know what you want. You say you want a female, but you really don't want a female. Or you say you want to be. So how is it being like, or talking to somebody that is bisexual or just trying to figure it out?
I mean, with me, like, I don't, like, judge, you know what I'm saying? So, like, with me, it's just kind of like, I mean, you got some women that are bisexual, and the only thing I don't like about some of them is, like, they jump back and forth, meaning, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll come to you when a man hurt them, or, you know what I'm saying? But, like,
Yeah.
I'm cool with, like, it's some bisexual women that, like, honestly, like, really want to be with you, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying, they won't go back as long as everything is like working out right, but or if they break up with you, they might go back to a man. But like I'm cool with that because like I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't really have like a problem or to say like, that you confused. I mean, shit, live your life how you want to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel the same way. I just feel like, especially me being gay, who am I to like judge you?
Right.
Just live your journey. And I honestly feel like I'm not, but I still could have the potential one day of being in love with a girl.
Yeah.
You just never. I'm
Yeah.
big about vibe and energy, and it may be a woman where me and her are like,
right there. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So you just, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I love that about you though. And I love how like, you know what I'm saying, you say you Jamaican. And I know like a lot of Jamaicans like don't
They
like
don't- they
gay
don't.
at all.
No, they
Especially
don't go for
men.
No.
So it's like, I mean,
Right.
I respect you that
Thank
like
you.
you really like stand strong and be who you are. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So
Thanks.
like, I
And
love
I
that.
will
Yeah.
say, my family is Jamaican, but they do accept me. My
That's what's up.
uncles,
That's
my
awesome.
aunts,
That's awesome.
like most of them, like they're like you're still Steph, so they don't care.
Yeah.
Did it
Yeah.
take time for that to happen, or was it like?
Some
Oh,
of
shit.
them, yes, but I even remember one time I went to Florida and I went out to a gay club with my cousin. And when we came home, I had on literally like a crop top and tight leggings. My uncle, Jamaican, was in there. And I walked in the door and I was terrified. And he literally was like, Steph, give me a hug. Like, I haven't seen, and I literally had on like a crop top,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, like we're good.
Yeah.
Like,
That's love. That's
You know
what's
when you
up.
get through that threshold, it just makes it so much
Yes.
like a,
Yeah, I literally
because
was
it's
like,
the people that matter.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
Versus
the
people
opinion that I
it
care
definitely
about.
do feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I got a question, if you don't mind. Yeah. How do you guys feel about the media's agenda with homosexuality and LGBTQ and pushing the agenda in whatever source of media that you could think of? How do you guys feel about that nowadays?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am open and happy about it. I will say, and this isn't even gay, but even something as small as like a Black Panther. I wish I had that when I was little growing
Yes.
up, to see myself as a superhero. We didn't have that, right? So to see like a Pose or when they had Legendary, I feel like that's really good, especially for the community who gets displaced. A lot of LGBT teens, kids, once they figure themselves out, their families shun them and they're alone. So this is also a community within television. I will say this though. My only thing is I feel like they push an agenda of a certain stereotype.
What's that?
What just I think even what a white person, like the big wigs who are behind the scenes, I think they are pushing what they think of as a Black gay boy or the lesbian, and it has to be a stud.
Yeah.
I want more diversity in that realm because there are so many layers to our community. There's so much more than I think what people assume.
Right.
And that's what I want to see more of.
Explain those layers for me because I'm unaware.
Okay, like there's a voguing sector,
Right.
and that's a whole. I'm not in that world. People assume I am because I dance, but I really know nothing about it.
What I know from voguing is that just the dancing, or is that something?
It's a whole. It's ballroom. They have
a lifestyle.
Yes, a lot of those kids get displaced, and they become a house where they have a place to stay, even if it's 10 of them. They support each other, a gay mom, a gay dad. That's a whole sector.
I never heard
Yep.
of that.
Then there's someone like me. I went to college. I have a degree. I work in corporate America. I just happen to be pursuing my dreams on the side.
Okay.
And I think people look at me and assume flambeau. Like he wears bodysuits and leggings. So I literally wear suit and ties to work. Like I have to be professional. I know I have a LinkedIn. Like there are so many different layers. There are non-binary people who some of them, they say you can't clock. Like a girl who's a dude, but she looks like a girl and you would never know. And they're not trying to be anything or push an agenda. It's just who they are.
Right. Yeah.
There's so many, but you guys only see like the drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race, the voguing of Pose, and there's so much more.
Right.
Like so much more.
Very factual.
Yeah, that's true.
From my point of view, with her question when she was talking about media pushing a certain agenda, see, I do have a son, right?
Okay.
And I know there is that question of, okay, if you have a daughter, if you have a son, and one of them came out as gay, would you treat it any differently? For me, I do think it'll be easier for me to accept if I have a daughter who comes out as gay and she brings a girl to the dinner table, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, okay, it's a lot easier versus my son, you know, I actually do have a son. He's my only child, and he brings a guy to the table. I'm still going to love and accept him, but it's going to be harder for me. It's going to be, oh, dang. You know
But
what I'm
like
saying?
that's what's what like my brothers and them say all the time is like, oh, if my boy comes out like this. But it's like, why is it harder for you guys to accept a man than a woman being gay? Because I mean, I'm not saying like that you don't. You got the right to feel the way you want to feel, but I just want to ask like, why is it harder?
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I honestly don't know.
But I will say too, that ties into what you asked earlier, like where are the difficulties versus being straight. That's something you see, even what you said, and not towards you, but like that is stuff I have to deal with every day. Versus you. Mean your experience is probably so different.
Yeah, it's very
People are
different.
more accepting of you, and it's you can more so go about your merry way. Me, I hear snickers sometimes when I'm in the restaurant, walking to a table. It's just all the time, like something.
And, you know, with that, it can really even boil down to gender. Sometimes women socially just got a pass or got a little bit easier. And we can say that, you know, it can depend on whatever the situation is. But at the end of the day, a lot of women do get passes socially for a lot of things that a man will not get a pass for. And it may not be right, it may not be okay, but that is the truth. That's what society presents. And so it's like, it is a subconscious thing that he's like, oh, you know, I really don't know why. It's just like a, you know.
It's definitely subconscious.
Yeah,
Would I still accept whatever the situation is? Of course, wholeheartedly. I would open arms.
Right.
It wouldn't be no, oh no, you got to get out. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna be like that. It'll be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And if this is what it is, of course, you know, you my son, I love you. Like, let's get it rocking. You know what I'm saying? I'm behind you 10 toes.
That's what's like funny to me is because like a lot of, like you said, it's easier for women. We get it passed. But it's like, it's a lot of straight men out here fucking gay men.
That is.
So it's
course.
like,
For sure.
but it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that's them because we definitely live, especially living in Charlotte. When we heard about old boy that was throwing out everybody.
Yeah, I know he's talking about.
Everybody. So it's like we know that. And then on top of that, you know, hooping wise, growing up in sports, and I'm pretty sure Jalen could attest to this. You could tell which guys on the team who was like, come on, bro, I think you actually might be gay, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, go do that. But you know, like,
But
just
why
be you.
does it have to be oh, hey world, I'm gay? Like,
But
why does it have to be that?
I don't think it has to be that, but you definitely got to be honest with those around you.
Okay.
Right? Because especially if you're out here dating, you know, and you're depicting yourself as a straight man, but you're doing things with a guy. It's like if you have a woman, you know, she needs to know that. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's
vice
very
versa.
true.
It needs to be like
Very
that.
true.
Like you just need to be true to yourself. So that way, if anybody that's dealing with you, they can accept you or reject you, and that's on them.
But it's harder for a
That's a
straight
good
man
point.
to come out and tell their woman like, "Hey, I'm fucking this dude." Like,
First of all, they shouldn't be fucking no dude.
but they do that though. That's what I'm trying to
They
tell you.
do.
Like, I'm not like I ain't the only one dealing with a bisexual like woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of like
For sure.
gay men that deal with bisexual men. Like,
And I will say that's on them, man. Honestly, I can't speak for them, for those people. But if you are one of those guys, live your life.
in your truth, man.
Walk
Live
in
your
it.
truth. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
much
in it.
easier.
You'll be
sure.
able to breathe.
Yeah.
You will be able to breathe.
Yes.
So,
Truly.
yeah, there's that. The subconscious thing, it's just, I guess this is how we arrange.
I mean,
like,
I was gonna say it's
your
all
environment.
you saw.
Yeah.
It's how society is. It's what they've always projected,
Yeah.
and it is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm the type of person anyway. Like, if you don't like accept it, that's fine. But just respect me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
Right.
where I'm
That's
at.
the big.
you don't
That's
have
it.
to. You don't have to like. It's people in my family that don't, don't accept me. But it's like at the end of the day, they respect me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm cool with that.
I will say there will be some people who don't respect what you got going on. At the end of the day, fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm not saying like you gotta, I'm just saying respect me if you're around me. But like, if you don't respect me, I'm gonna never have you around me
Facts.
again. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. So, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, we are all human, right? We are all human, right? At the end of the day. And a person has way more characteristics than their sexual preferences, right? My biggest thing is that I have met, I'll say this. In the LGBTQ community, do you guys feel as though a lot of individuals harp on the fact that they are gay to make their identity? And do you feel as though the heterosexual community do that towards the gay community? Do you guys get what I'm saying?
Explain it a little
Yeah.
more.
Like,
rephrase
okay,
that.
so you are a kind person, or I don't know, you could be a kind person, you could be
She
a
an
person.
asshole for real.
Like, but there's other characteristics besides your sexual preferences. And sometimes when somebody look at you like what you say, you could walk in a restaurant and they like, oh, I already know he. And it's like, well, damn, you don't know that I help the community out, or you don't know that I'm doing this or I'm doing that. Does that bother you guys sometimes?
You mean like if somebody come in a restaurant and say, "Hey, sir," like that? Are you saying, do that bother me?
Maybe I'm not.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Okay, she's
yeah.
saying,
I think I get
does
it.
it bother you that people speak to you on this level when there's more to you.
Yeah, there's more to you.
It's like I'm gonna just label you as gay and you're just gay. That's it.
Or just a black gay man or a black gay woman. Like, okay, well, I'm more than just that. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? So, first of all, do you guys get that often? Do you guys hear about that often? And like, what about,
I mean,
I don't feel like I get it often, but at this point in my life, if I did, I don't care.
Right.
Like I've gotten so past the transitional hard part, so I'm secure with who I am, so I don't really care. It's like a personal problem for you.
Yeah.
That's why I said, aside from your question, I do get like, hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of people, and maybe it's just because I don't care. Like, but a lot of people be like, ma'am. And I'm just like, you know what? You want to call me sir? That's fine. Like, it don't bother me because like I am like wearing like a big ass hoodie and my titties flat as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they might really think that like I'm a dude, and it'd be a lot of older people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
They do that to me at the drive-thru.
Yeah,
they call me ma'am.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where?
That's what I'm saying.
Where are you seeing that? Like,
But I'm saying I done walked in like a restroom and it'd be like a lot of people, they turn their heads and be like,
You in the wrong.
Yeah. But that doesn't bother me.
nah, it don't. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would say in this gay world, like for real, you have to be very like secure with yourself and like very like accepting of in who you are because like you will come across a lot of stuff. Like if you're not strong enough or not like really yourself, you'll come across a lot of stuff. But it's just like with me, I really don't care. So it's like I tune a lot of that stuff out.
Yeah.
And I will say, you asked the other part of that, as far as gay people like proclaiming that.
Yeah.
I don't, in my personal life, I don't see a lot of people like, I'm gay. Like, like it's just, just like, I feel like I'm me and I just happen to be gay.
Yeah.
Like, there's
yeah.
so much more to me. And then it's just like, oh, you're gay too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Crazy thing is I always watch them because I know him and his other, what's the group called?
Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct. I know them from like a club called Scorpios, but it's like all three of them carry themselves so well. Like they never was like in the club like going crazy or acting like just doing too much.
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking about them are like the most professional gay men I ever seen. Like for real.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
But you see, even just then, you put gay man.
Well, you know,
but
like,
no,
you know,
it's-
like, yeah, but it's true.
it's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like, I mean, to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of hard for me to
Yeah.
like really because like I'm not into the gay community like a lot of gay people are.
Yeah.
So it's like with me, I might not know some terms and stuff because like I just really don't get too involved with people. So it's like a lot of people be like, man, like why you ain't did this or did that or why you saying this, why you saying that, and it's like I really, I mean, I am who I am, but I really don't know everything. Like I'm not all into that.
You just you. Yeah, you just you.
Like so. I mean, if I did, I'm sorry.
No,
like
you're
I was about to say because
You're good.
So, Jalen is out of commission right now again with his voice. So he texted me with his question. He said, do you guys feel like there's enough support system in the culture for LGBTQ? For LGBTQ people? And if not, how can we change that support system?
I think there are a lot of good resources and companies just who have programs. I think it's the people doing the work to get it. I think that's where the deficit is. Okay. So it's not that there's a lack of, it's someone taking the step on themselves to be like, I need.
Yeah.
Or whether that's therapy, resources, I know just from my experiences, a lot of gay people have a pride. It's part of just the shit they've been through, the barriers they've had to overcome. They don't want to feel like they're asking nobody for nothing once they get it.
When you first was outed, so when you first came out, was there somebody in particular that you spoke to about everything that you were going through, or like any problems that you had, or there was something that you just dealt with
Like
in your
professionally?
head? Not anybody.
No, I feel like I kind of worked through. It was like I just kept hitting bumps, and I was figuring out. She outed me. I had to deal with the friends who were mad. I had to deal with the friends who were like, we really accept you now. Like, then I had to come out to my mom. And then it was like slowly family crossing that threshold with my uncle. Like it just over time. But I never really went to someone like, I'm gay and I'm struggling and I don't know. It just kind of, I will say I am blessed that my experience was not some of the horror stories that I have heard.
Yeah.
I'm very close with people who have been through hell and back. And they're such wonderful people, but they went through shit to just be themselves.
What about you? Was there anybody that you can confide in, whether it's professionally or a friend or family, or did you just handle everything on your own?
I mean, honestly, I did. I handled everything on my own.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like I said, it's more harder for like men, and I understand that. So like, it's like with me, it was just hard coming out to my mom because she was so judgmental. But it was like everybody else, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I even had a situation with one of my brothers, like telling my mom, like, I'm not talking to her, like she going to hell, like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because like I was gay, but it's like it was kind of funny because it was like. Cause like I was talking to one of your girls, like, like, and you was okay with it, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, but you got a problem with me being gay, but it's like I don't really care, so like, nah, it was just hard coming out to my mom, but once I got through that, like I felt so good.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man. Cause I know a lot of the shit I dealt with, I did have to handle that shit myself. Had to
Facts.
put my
Facts.
you know what I'm saying. I had to do that.
That's what still makes us human.
Now, I definitely encourage therapy if you can do it.
Heck yeah.
I've done it, and I just recommend it for anybody, straight or gay.
I tried it. I tried relationship therapy.
How was that?
Man, for me, you know, there's the client therapist that can't really share what's going on.
Yes.
So it was for me and my ex. So that was my last, hoorah to try to get it back together. And,
Hoorah.
Yeah, my last hoorah. And first, it was an hour session. The first 15 minutes we did it together. The next 15 minutes was her. Next 15 minutes was me. The last 15 minutes was us together again.
Okay.
And when I was in the 15 minutes alone, which is after my ex is there, the therapist was kind of hinting like, why are you still trying? Like,
Damn,
you're a good, like, no, she was like, you like, everything is like, it's not your fault. You a wonderful man, but why are you still trying?
I had
So
that
she
same
couldn't tell me what she told her.
Of course.
But she was like, she done with your ass. Like you deserve better.
Wow.
Like you deserve better. Like, so I don't know what she told her, but she was telling me you deserve better. Why the fuck you still trying with her? Move on, please.
Maybe she helped you dodge that.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, even after that, I was still trying, but.
Shit, I love a
good,
therapist like that though.
Did
like,
that dissuade you
like,
to keep going?
Yeah.
No. That helped me. That definitely was like, okay, damn, she definitely said something. So I'm not tripping. If this is over, at least she told us something.
Okay.
Like it gave me more clarity. But that didn't stop me from, okay, what's next? How do I still try to fight this or whatever? But it was, I was still in love. I was, I can still. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
It may not be now, but
Yeah.
over time, it was just like, that was. I saw it. It wasn't like I was blind to what she was telling me.
Wow.
And when we left, we went our separate ways, and I still understood. And I was just like, damn, fuck. Okay, what can I do next?
Hey, but I kind of respect you for that though, because a lot of people go off of like what somebody's saying, like this person. But it's like some stuff do work. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get through it, but it's just like, I mean, that's good that you kind of went off your own move rather than listening to somebody else. Even though she was right, you know what I'm saying? But it's still,
she was definitely right. Like it was just like I said. It was for me. It was just like. Fuck, I guess I'm not the only one to see that this may be done. Like she obviously sees it too.
Yeah.
Let me, but just before I call it quits, let me go down the next
The
check.
good Lord had to say, all right now.
It is what it is. So I definitely encourage therapy for anybody that's going through anything, regardless of what it is. What else we touching on?
I think I asked what I had to ask, and the discussion was awesome. Do you guys want to leave off with anything? Like, let the people know anything?
Because we got time. We still got time.
I think I done said everything really, but like if any of y'all got any more questions, like, for me or him,
I will say thank all of y'all for inviting us into your space, especially me.
For sure.
Because I really feel like I said, I'm a black gay guy, and sometimes I feel like that can be misperceived for whatever reason, or y'all could have been uncomfortable or weird or janky. But I appreciate it. I commend y'all. I've watched this. I feel like all of y'all should keep watching this. It's really good. I think you're onto something, and I know y'all are going to be successful. So just stay consistent.
When I reached out to you, I tried to make it as comfortable as possible for you, because well, I guess we could tell the story of how this show came about.
Yeah.
This was one of the topics that I talked to Jalen about. We have a list of topics that we want to talk about, and I was just like, "Yo, I want to have a gay woman and a gay male on here." I know a woman, but I don't know any gay guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, I do know possibly on my Facebook friends that I went to school with that possibly want to come on, but I was like, let me reach out, see if anybody wants to hop on. She was like, I got somebody. Like, he's perfect. He's da-da-da. I love this dude. Da-da-da. I was like, okay, cool. I'm a no offense, but I was like, I don't know him, so I'm gonna use it as a last resort. Nobody else came through, so I was like, let me reach out to him. Hey, I heard about you through Millie. She referred me to you. She said you were dope. Let me I have a podcast. What do you think? And it was. I tried to make it as comfortable as possible.
You were super professional.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
Awesome.
I literally got the message and called him. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? And I knew you. I knew you. So I was like, I trusted it because it was from her.
Right.
But I was like, do I do this? Like, oh my God. But I was like, I watched it. It was good.
Yeah.
And I respect y'all.
Because I knew how it could have came off. Like, I'm a complete. That's what I told you. I'm a complete stranger.
Yeah.
So
like,
let me break it down.
I'm like,
to
is
you.
this a setup?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to like? I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Nah,
Please.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Because this could have went anywhere.
Yes.
Man. This could have went anywhere. I could threw you on here.
No,
started crazy questions. Nah, what you do? So I do definitely appreciate the, just all the praise that you gave us.
Yeah.
But again, my boy Jalen, he's the one who came up with the whole brand. No Table Manners. That's him. And we just pieced it together and we've been rocking. So I do appreciate you guys coming on for episode 3, blessing the space. We got a lot more stories.
Yeah.
I appreciate you always stuck with me. You know, me and you go way back.
Yeah, way back. Way back.
Me and him are like
new friendship.
I lose contact for a minute, then get back right, then lose contact.
Well,
but
It'd be like that. Yeah.
we always been like very like supportive. Like when I was going through my thing and he was going through his, like I always reached out, checked on him and stuff like that. But it's just like with me, hey, I'm busy or sometimes I don't even want to talk sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I just want to
I get
like.
it.
She don't never pick up my phone
I get
calls.
it.
That's a lie, bro.
She don't pick up my phone calls, man. She'll call me a week later. I'd be like,
But look, that's what makes us
I'm
because
dead
it's like,
now.
Y'all are real friends.
Yeah, because like if you my real friend, we don't gotta talk every day.
Yeah.
Like,
But when you do, you just pick
when we
back
do
up.
it,
Pick right back up.
you know what? I'm gonna put you back in the hot seat. So you brought your lady out, right? I know you before your previous relationship, which you said was just hell, right? This one, we were speaking earlier. You said it's a lot more peaceful. Right?
man, like when I say peaceful, I mean like in my last relationship, like it was just hard to be myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even think I knew myself. Like, it kind of was like I jumped into something because I had a previous situation and I was like kind of like just kind of like, not want to say like a rebound, but you could put it like a rebound. So it was like I needed somebody to love me because I didn't love myself.
Yeah.
So it's like when
After that was
that
when you loved
situation, you
yourself.
know, that happened or whatever. But it was like when I met her, I kind of knew her for a long time. But it was like when I met her, it was just like, we got like a little humps in the road that we still working on and stuff like that. But it's just so easy, man. Like it's like no arguing every day. It's like if I feel some type of way, she care about my feelings. If she feels some type of way, I care about hers. It's just like, it's just so easy.
That's so
Okay.
good.
And you said it's been how long?
3 years, yeah.
3 years. Confirm that. Okay. So 3 years. You said that's a long time in the gay community.
Yes.
You said about how many years? About 1,000 years.
Yeah. I equated it to like, it's like dog years.
Yeah.
I was like dog years.
Yeah.
Y'all been married for a good little minute.
I literally remember I said, "Are you married yet?"
Yeah,
Like,
you said that, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Because 3 years in the straight community is like that.
Yeah, no.
Like
It's light years on our side. Especially, again, I think girls, it's more conducive to longer fulfilling. On the guy side, horrible.
Cutthroat. Cutthroat conniving.
See, that's something I don't know about.
Oh, it's horrible. So
Really?
you could think, I'd even say you could be with someone 6 months and think you're in love, and then it's like some shit you see on Hulu on a documentary. Like it's or
Why do you think it's like that?
so I really feel like as far as dating, and I'll say for the LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for straight people too, it is social media. I feel like
sure.
social media.
Yeah.
Without Jalen about to say something.
No,
Breaking Bad.
I really feel like social media, and I'm guilty of it too. You are putting yourself in the best light, right? But that is not who you are.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like a lot of people in society, they're trying to fake the funk, or they're trying to portray something that they are not.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep up a facade. I'll even give you an example of one of the biggest relationships in my life. I was engaged and everything. I thought I was going to get married. I feel like he was trying to live up to what he thought I deserved, but it wasn't who he was.
That's what I be trying to tell.
And it catapulted.
That's what I tell women that I deal with.
No, it catapulted.
Yeah.
Like, my heart was broken. I was depressed. I lost 20 pounds. I went through hell because you just weren't yourself.
Yeah.
That was another thing with me too in my past relationship. It was so hard because I was dealing with like somebody that just wanted, like you said, social media just put you like,
it's like
oh my God, I want this. I want to go get this. I want to go get this. And with me, I'm just real simple. Like I don't really care for all the like hype and stuff like that. So it was I was trying to like make that person happy and give them everything, but it was making it hard for me because it was putting me in like financial bonds and everything else. So it's like,
and that wasn't
social
you.
media, social media will like.
It's really, I feel like the accessibility people have. So you could be in something very secure, but just seeing all the different palettes, they think there's more on the other side.
Yeah.
And
True.
this is
And
real
when you
life.
find out, it ain't more.
No,
It's
this is real life.
it
Like
ain't-
you gotta.
the grass ain't green.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the biggest problems in today.
Yeah.
So I have like a love-hate relationship with social
That is
media.
very
Nah,
true.
you right.
I can agree with you on that for sure. But you know what? We are going to get to a point where it's just like, you know what? This social media shit ain't really all the way what we want it to be, you know? So people are starting to go back to their selves. It may be a slow progress, but I am seeing a lot of conversation about this is not the real us or not the real me. And I want to get back to who am I, like who is it without the social media. I have been hearing a lot of conversations about that. So that's a good thing too. But you know, the next generation got cut out for that.
Well, they're raised on it.
Yeah.
So I came from a
cut out.
world where we didn't have it. So
yeah.
I think it's social media.
Okay, that's what we were talking about. My fault.
Are we good?
No, we good. The fucking battery had died, but I mean that's
no.
time anyway. It's
Okay.
7.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Steph,
Yes.
Millie,
Thank you for
always
ShayLuv.
love.
inviting us.
You said something.
ShayLuv. But yeah, this episode just goes to say that, no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, no matter what type of lifestyle you live, man, spread love. Like,
Spread love.
Millie, I always love you. You already know what's up. Steph, I love you.
I love you too,
I
brother.
love everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to spread. Like love, peace, love, positivity, man. Like just live your life and accept others for living theirs. As long as you ain't harming nobody,
No.
I love you. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing.
Yeah.
But that's how we gonna end it. And Jalen, anything you want to say?
This was dope.
Bye.
Appreciate y'all. Tune in to the next episode. Keep God in your life, fuck niggas.
You're listening to No Table Manners Podcast. Conversations for open-minded grown folks. We hope you enjoy.